Hey, Real Talk Spectrum community, we are back. Um, this week would have been the third week that we have not shot a podcast episode, and I wanted to make sure that we got one in this week. I made a commitment to um, put out one a week, and here we are. 2 weeks. 2 weeks past. 2 weeks later, we've missed a couple, I'll tell you why. So one of them is something that I had thought about being a topic for some time, but I wanted to wait to until there was a success story behind it. And the other one really is just the other topic is kind of closely related. Really, they're kind of entangled together, and it's basically pursuing fulfillment. And for those who know me already, or for those who may have seen some earlier videos, I'm in the IT industry. I've been in the IT industry my whole adult career. I spent 12 of those years with Microsoft Corporation. I left late 2021 to start my own company. Really, what I'll say is that I left to pursue fulfillment. And what that meant, I wasn't even quite sure at the time. I had a feeling or an idea, just a general idea of what that meant, but not necessarily what it looked like. And for me, it had gotten to a point where it's like sometimes, and it was starting to get this way for me, where the higher you go in the field, in the career, sometimes the less you end up doing things that you actually like to do, right? More, well, I'll say this. For me, it was not spending enough time in the creative atmosphere and the creative side of things, and solving challenges, solving problems. That's something that I just genuinely like. It may sound overly simplistic, but I'm just at heart just a person that loves challenges and loves to solve problems. So when you're put into a situation, or you would not say put into, I put my own self in a situation, but when you get to a point where you don't have those anymore, and all you're solving really is, our people problems, our political problems, not true, like, I'd just say technical problems, or problems that you could use technology to solve, right? Those are the kind of things that I like at heart, and that I felt like that went away years ago. I can't exactly say when exactly, but some years ago that left, right? And then you just kind of lose sight of that, and you say, okay, well, I'm moving up the ladder, getting different positions, my compensation is going up, etc. Things are good, from that capacity. But I found that the more and more that I climbed the ladder and got to, you know, pretty healthy compensation package at Microsoft, I found that I was doing less and less of the things that I actually enjoyed doing, right, in exchange for the compensation. So I left. Was paid really well. like I said, was compensated really well, and that's why I call it a compensation package, because it's not just the cash, right? It's a lot of different ways that Microsoft invests into their employees, and a lot of companies, a lot of big tech companies do the same, right? Um, so walking away from that for sure was a risk, calculated risk, you can call it. Um, it was you can you can say it's it's was or is an adventure, for certain, a challenge, now of the of the highest magnitude, because you start a company, and we got pretty fortunate. We were blessed to get some contracts right out the gate, um, leveraging the previous work done, the respect garnered from previous work, the relationships that were in place already, and we're very grateful. And for me, the easy button was going into consulting, professional services, and so we did that, for the past 3 years. So 3 years later, it's good to say that um, we're still we left the mothership and we're still alive, and that is a success within itself, right? And I don't want to overlook that, but I will say that I have thought about doing the whole, I'm a ex Microsoft employee, I left, and then now I'm doing XYZ. I wanted to do a video on this at some point, but having a success story behind it, right? To say I left, I survived, and whatever, I conquered, or whatever. Um, you could argue that we are, conquering. We're conquering just whatever it is that we are pursuing. It seems like, um, but yeah, so we're still alive. We're still out pursuing fulfillment, and that is something that, like I said, did not know what it looked like at the time, but I had an idea of what it was. And so, going back, professional services, started doing that. Did that for the past 3 years. Um, Still felt that, even though, yes, we were able to leave the mothership, leave a big tech company, and survive, and not just survive, but really be successful, right? From a financial perspective, like, we met the goals that we wanted to achieve financially, but excuse me, the fulfillment was still lacking, still wasn't there. And so I felt like, okay, uh, we left. I say I and we. I interchanged that because I and we is my family, right? My wife and my kids, right? I think about the decisions that I make obviously impact them, and so we kind of make these decisions. These decisions together. So if you hear me say I and we, interchanging that, that's what I'm referring to. Um, but yeah, it's still not getting that fulfillment, and so I was like, okay, what again? What is it? What is it that you really like? And again, problem solving. But okay, what does that mean? What is that? How does that manifest itself, into the world, right? Not only in a way that you enjoy, right, in terms of how you spend your time making the money, but also something that's actually making the money that you actually needed to take care of, the family. And so, long story short, for the past, so since July, um we got to a point where we were able to, from our consulting engagements, save up enough to where we could just take a big bet on something that I thought would fill those two check boxes that I just mentioned, right? Something that I thought would be challenging and fulfilling, but also something that would satisfy our family financial needs as well. And so the big bet was to move away from professional services and consulting and move into the ISV space, so independent software vendor space. So ISVs, think about companies like Google, Microsoft, Salesforce, right? Those are ISVs. They make software, basically companies that make software. And I felt like that for a number of reasons. I just felt like that was the way, right? That was the way to get the fulfillment, get the challenge, something that can scale well, not only from a reach perspective, a customer reach perspective, right? Because one of the things that, and I forgot where I heard this, but I've heard it before. I wrote it down, and I forgot who said it recently, but that jogged the memory of like those who can create a product that can help the most people, right? That you have the greatest reach of people. Those who can help the many, right? Can in turn help themselves, right? And so the aim was for something that could reach a lot of people, right? And so I think we we found something that kind of checks all the boxes. So since July, and July was it's a little bit of a in between month, because it's the month right after the school year ends, and there's a whole bunch of summer stuff with the kids going on. So I wasn't able to fully lock in July, but definitely start and kind of pick up where I had left off in terms of thinking about where we wanted to take this product. Which, by the way, a lot of the thinking and just like the initial ideation of it happened like back in December of 2023. So had really kind of set the seeds and laid the groundwork, and honestly was ready to start on it in this past January, right? January of 2024, but had another contract that came in place, and which we're very grateful for. And I guess that contract was what we needed at the time to enable us to propel further and pursue this vision that we had. So anyway, so July was kind of picking up where we left off in terms of figuring out where to go with the product and where to start. And then August is when things really took off, right? And so since then I've kind of had my ears pinned back, so to say, like a defensive lineman going after a quarterback. Just been very very driven, right? Have been really putting the blinders on, blocking a lot of stuff out. Just been ultra hyper focused on turning this into something, right? And along with it has come a lot of anxiety, a lot of questions along the way, which can be a double-edged sword, because the anxiety keeps you honest, keeps you going, keeps you burning, keeps you on task. But on the other side of the coin or the sword, that sometimes can put you in an unhealthy place if you let it. So, been combating that, and that's for the reason why I really haven't put out anything over the last couple weeks is just because it's just been so focused on that to where it's it's been uh it's been tough. Um, been grinding really hard. There's been some I pulled one 24-hour night or day where I did not sleep all day. Like I was caught on a particular problem, and I just refused to give up and refused to go to bed until I solved it. I think I don't know. It was like maybe 5 o'clock in the morning where I actually kind of got past the issue. Um, and I get up early, so five to five, roughly. And then there's been several more nights where I've stayed up till 3 and 4 o'clock at night. All right, just grinding through, just burning the midnight oil, as they say. So what I've also done though is kind of put my health to the side a little bit too, because I've done nothing but focus on this. So I'm not getting up and meditating like I had been. Had not been getting up and just working out, doing mobility stuff. So at the point now where it's like, okay, yes, the anxiety is still there. I have a lot of tightness like in my chest and my shoulders, and it's like, okay, hold on. Like, okay, someone, I think my wife told me that, okay, we need you to do this, right? Or not need, but we want you to do this because I want to do it, right? But we also need you here too, right? So it was a wake up call to say, look, yeah, we get it. You've proven, right, like how all in you are on this, but don't sacrifice your health and sacrifice the relationship, right, with the family to go after this. So yeah, I just wanted to be real and just bring to you something that was I just felt very strongly led to talk about today. If you have something that you want to go for, do it. Don't wait for the success story to come. It might not ever come, and it might not come with this. Like, I don't know. I'm pursuing this really hard. We feel great about it. An extreme amount of conviction, but we don't know where it's going to end at the end of the day. But I'm not afraid to come over here and talk about it with you. So that's again, that's what I want. That's what I really wanted to bring to the air, to just being genuine and being authentic and just kind of showing that we're in it. I'm in it with you. We're in it together. We're going through things, and just wanted to share something that I was going through. Wanted to share it, and I'm gonna try to get back to my weekly cadence of videos and podcast episodes, because we stream this on, or not stream, but we post this on YouTube as well as Apple podcasts as well. So but yeah, we'll talk more, of course, but yeah, I just wanted to share that message with you guys. Peel back the onion a little bit, let you see what's kind of going on, and I look forward to talking to you guys again really soon. May push out another video this week just to try to get back on track, get back into the flow of things. In the meantime, you guys just grind, but stay healthy in doing so. So thank you guys for listening, for watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks a lot.